What's going on, internet? So today I was going through a few articles that were art related, and this one that popped up was art and sports related, and that was basically the Black Mamba statue memorializing the legacy of Kobe Bryant and what he did for the Lakers in LA. And I really had a lot of things I wanted to talk to that tackled the statue and the execution of it in public art, things like that. So I wanted to get into that today. It's not going to be too long, so just my opinions on that statue. So let's get into it. So the statue that they just revealed of Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, was done by artist Julie Rotblat or Amrani. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this statue a 7. And that's only because when you're doing people's likeness, it's very difficult. And Kobe Bryant is notoriously difficult to capture. There's a ton of Kobe Bryant murals, but only a few of them I really love. One is from Royal Dog. He's able to capture Kobe's likeness just right, and that is because Kobe doesn't have like a strong facial feature or some characteristic about him that people know, like a hugely big nose or hugely big ears or a hairstyle or like a huge beard, something like that. He's pretty plain. So it's something like if I were to draw like a James Harden, the beard would be something that I would sort of lean on. But in early days of Kobe Bryant's career, it would be the hair and probably the goatee, but this is the look he had for the game where he scored 81 points. So that is the pose that the artist and the family and the Lakers agreed upon to do. So him pointing in the air with that one finger. So for me, the pose was also I would say not a big issue, but it was an issue in terms of it wasn't as iconic as I thought, because for me, the bent over, resting his hands on his knees with Michael Jordan would be an iconic sort of pose that everyone kind of knows. And there could be some other ones like the fadeaway shot. So that would be another one, or something with him with the ball in his hands. But one of the most important parts for me was that even though this statue can look like Kobe Bryant when it's done in clay, and then translating that to bronze and glazing it, it lost a little bit of the likeness. Not everything, but just a little bit of the likeness. When you're doing the likeness of someone, especially someone that is readily known and you can kind of know exactly what they should look like, it's very difficult to sort of have one thing thrown off, because then it throws off everything else and it can just sort of end up looking not like that individual, even though in one material it looks just like them, and another material it looks definitely different also too, because of the shadows that are casted. So some of the shadows will hide some of those details, and the reflection. So the reflection is also something that I think takes away from seeing a lot of the details in the sculpture and the form and everything. So that is my opinion of the sculpture. I think that when you look at other sculptures that the artist has done around the stadium, there is a similar execution. For like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the classic skyhook, but also with Kareem's statue, it's looking up, so you don't really see the face as much, but you do have the goggles that Kareem used to wear as well. So that really is one of those identifying iconic sort of features of that statue. The Magic Johnson one has Magic pointing and assisting with the basketball. So that one, I would say is very similar, where it's kind of like you can see the face. It kind of looks like Magic, but also could look like his brother or uncle, something like that. But it's a reminder that when you're doing likenesses of people that are super popular and famous and people know exactly what they look like, there's just a lot more attention to be had when translating those materials and likenesses into another material, so clay to steel, and how you finish it, what details are lost, what details are accentuated. But the statue is not bad at all. It's nothing close to where the artist, I don't know the artist's name, but they did the Cristiano Ronaldo statue that got sort of worldwide attention on how bad it was. And that was like a classic sort of example of trying to translate figuring out someone's likeness to a statue and just failing and making it look like Cristiano, but like as if you had like one of that pinch sort of features on Procreate where it sort of brings everything in the area, sort of contracts it. So that's how it kind of looks on that Cristiano Ronaldo statue, but it's not as bad as that. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like the statue for me looked a lot better when it was in clay. And there was like a picture that I found that was in clay, and it looked almost exactly like Kobe, but when it was translated into bronze and glaze, it had a little bit of a different feel and look to it. But that is something that I really noticed, that I'm like, okay, this is something to really take note of whenever you're translating, like I said, someone's likeness into different materials and processes. But I think LA is okay because it has about 1,000 Kobe Bryant murals around town, and for every 100 there's one really good one. So there's about 100 really good Kobe Bryant murals in LA, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way because he kind of built the Staples Center. So that is my opinion on the Kobe Bryant statue. I'm going to try to do more of these type of videos, just reviewing and just talking about some of the public art that has been going up. Because I think it's just an interesting conversation, because it's in public, we all see it, and we all have an opinion. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.